Alright guys, after that Canary Mary shite, this may as well be a chance to relax. We have 82 jiggies. We're about set to go get all the jiggies in the game. And we're gonna do that in this part. No matter how long it gets, this part is gonna be about getting everything else before we tackle the final areas. Everything. It may be a long part, but I hope you're in for the ride, and after that Canary Mary thing, I certainly am. I just wanna do something that isn't mindlessly tap a button until something happens, because, you know, I'm just real tired of that, and just so much. But I will, if I didn't explain in the actual video, I will tell you what I did to actually do it. There's strategy I picked up best was put the controller on a flat surface and tap it with your index finger. I think I said that, but I might have replaced that part with music. So just in case, yeah, that's what I did. And for the second part, I might have included it just sped up, but I paused at every chance when I started to get tired, because the second race is much longer. The first race you can do non-stop, because it's much easier than the second race. It may not seem that way at first, but it really is. I didn't think so until I got to the second race. But put it on a flat surface, tap as hard as you can with your index finger. My index fingers! But, yeah, and pause whenever you get tired, or there's a loop where it shows you where she is. You want to just stuff. You want to make sure that you can keep a good lead on her. And where am I? Where are the spring boots? I'm looking for the springy shoes. There they are. Because we're going to go get the last two things that are in Pterodactyl Land. Then we're going to move to the next few worlds. I know, it's not really in order, because if I were doing it in order, I would go back and get the one in Witchy World, which, as it turns out, is not in the Madame Grunty tent. For some reason, I had a guidebook that told me there was a Cheeto page in the Madame Grunty tent, and that apparently is very, very incorrect. But apparently we can swim down here in Dippy's pool, and there's a what the? Aha. There it is. That's the last Cheeto page, Pterodactyl Land. You gotta swim down to this area. You can only do it when the water's here, so you have to do it after you do Crowd Cuckoo Land. I'm just reeling from that. My arm still hurts, but my arm isn't doing anything right now, so besides holding the controller, and that's no trouble at all. So I will be able to continue until the game is over. Oh, wow. That's just dang. But I will be able to 100% this game for the first time in a very long time, because the last time I tried to 100% it, the only thing I couldn't get was the Canary Mary stuff. And that, of course, prevents you from getting a couple of bonus things that I don't really want to not get. And now, we're gonna go after the last Jiggy in, Hailfire Peaks, which is the only accessible through the Stomping Plains. This might take a while, so I might speed up particularly just this part, because it's going to involve a lot of Banjo sleeping, because you got to get across as Banjo, and in case you didn't know, Banjo is kind of slow. Oh, I thought I could exploit that. Yeah, and every time the Stombonodon hits you, you take almost full damage. So you always have to sleep it off, which is kind of annoying. Whoa! Whoa! Well, that was cool, almost. I actually managed to avoid a hit. That's amazing. I don't know how I did that, but... And also, I somehow only took 1 damage from that. Well, there I didn't. But we actually made it across in, like, maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Something like that. So... wait for him to stomp again. Hup. Hup. Fool. Alright, Banjo switch. Oh, this is so much more relaxing than tap da 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 da. Squawk. Oh, right. Gotta wait for Kazooie now. Where's the... oh, here it is. And Kazooie is thankfully fast enough so that she can get across without getting hit at all. Woo! Okay, and through here will be the last Jiggy of Hailfire Peaks. And that is pretty much it for Pterodactyl Land. 83. So let's see, what next? Oh, we gotta go, actually we do have to go to Hailfire Peaks for something. Just one thing, and then we'll leave. So, let's see, let's slide back on here. I'm just gonna uncut this. So, this is gonna, you know, if you really don't want to see me get all the rest of the stuff, you don't have to watch this entire part. Just know that I am gonna be getting everything else that we don't have, and I'm gonna try to make it fun without any cuts, because I just feel like including everything right now. We got all of that. We just need to go back to the cliff top. And before I go to Jolly Roger's Lagoon... Wait, should I do Witchy World first? Yeah, let's do Witchy World first. That way I can just not go back there, because we don't have any reason to go back to, Mayhem Temple and Glitter Gulch, because those are completely done. Witchy World is technically done, but there was one thing I didn't get, and that was the Cheeto page that I thought was available via Madame Grunty, but apparently not. And Mrs. Boggy isn't here anymore. Basically all the worlds are over, because we finished them. Oh, my arm. But still, one more thing we gotta get. Well, fuck you, Madame Grunty. Nothing we can get in there. Why did I think they put the Cheeto page there? That's just kind of ridiculous. I mean, you step in there, there's like a 20-30% chance that all you'll get is a beating. So, what's even the point? So, it turns out I was right, and there is actually a Cheeto page in here somewhere. But you have to grip grab, and I wasn't apparently seeing where you have to grip grab. Which is kind of stupid. But, I understand something about right near the exit. They don't really light up much, do they? Wait a minute, I see it. Shit! Damn it! If that puts me back at the entrance, I'm so sorry, but I just don't know. Yeah, it did. Okay, so I won't try stunts like that again, but so this has been, I mean, thus far, this has been a very interesting project. It's shown me that I can do long recordings and cut out a whole lot just by letting it sit there, which is something I never really practiced before. I would always stop the recording and go catch up to what I needed to catch up to, and do it. But this project has shown me that I can just let it run and then cut out whatever I didn't need. And that's been real handy in terms of editing videos and things. It's just been nice to have that. It's been a fun project just because it's one of my favorite games. I actually like this more than Banjo-Kazooie, even though I know that's kind of a controversial topic, because some people like this one, some people like Banjo-Kazooie, but hey, that's the world. And, I understand there's some flaws in this one, but there's a lot of flaws in Banjo-Kazooie too, just because the one thing that this game has that Banjo-Kazooie does not have is, you know, a bigger world feel. This has a gigantic world feel where, you know, there's actually a world out there and there's everything around you and you're actually going into these worlds that are part of the greater world, whereas Banjo-Kazooie, how did I miss this grip grab ledge? What in the hell is it with me and missing grip grab ledges? But whereas in Banjo-Kazooie, the goal is just like, see, there it is. I knew there was a Cheeto page here. In Banjo-Kazooie, the main goal is you're inside Grunty's lair trying to find Tootie. Grunty's lair does not a whole world make. And in Banjo-Kazooie, really, you go into one world, and you can finish all of it before you ever leave it, and then go to the next world. That's true of every world in the game except for Freeze Easy Peak. And, I mean, yeah, Freeze Easy Peak had the thing where you had to go get the shoes from Gobi's Valley before you could beat Boggy in a race. So, I mean, that's fine. That's exactly what this game does. But this game sort of develops the feel that all these worlds are connected in some way much better. Like, Even as far as Hailfire Peaks is connected to Mayhem Temple because you have to go through the thing to go become the Stony to participate in the football or kickball championships. Which is fine. No, just leave. Just leave. We don't need the port. Okay, we have everything in here now. We have that thing. We have the other thing. We just need to step it up for my friends. We need to just go to Cliff Top now. Because at the Cliff Top, we can find the way to Hailfire Peaks and Jolly Roger. Of course, we gotta get to Hailfire first, because if you remember, we killed 2 ice cubes. And one of those ice cubes landed in a thing of water. And then we got a random telepathic message from the pigs. That's Jolly Roger's Lagoon. And the pigs were like, yo, that water's cool enough now. You just need to give it to us and stuff. And I was like, well, how are the pigs talking to us? We're in Cloud Cuckoo Land. But as I was saying, you know, this game just does a good job of developing the feel that it's a big world. And I like that. That's one thing I really like about this game. There's a lot of tedious things in this game, like all the backtracking in Grunty Industries and Hailfire Peaks. Hailfire Peaks has an ton of backtracking, which kinda sucks. But it also has a lot of cool things, like the icy side is still my favorite part of the game. I don't care much for the grotto, but you don't spend much time in the grotto. The grotto really is a Cheeto page and a treble clef, and a Jinjo. That's it. Actually, let me make sure. Yeah, we got everything. We're done with Hailfire Peaks. Which is cool. I'm glad we're done with Hailfire Peaks. It was fun while it was there, but that's just it. It's over. Now we can go down here, and before, we stepped on the switch and it was too hot. But now, I like how that says H2O. But, and now the water's cool enough and it drains. And what does this do? Finally, these kids have water for their pool. We can go for a swim. Here, take this piece of gold that we stole off the smelly bony lady in a pointy hat. You stole a Jiggy from Grunty. That's kinda awesome. Now what is your friend gonna do about his horrible mutation? Oh well. Okay, well that's where we're going next. We have to go, because there's more stuff to do in Jolly Roger's Lagoon. A lot more stuff. Well, no, not really. Not a lot more stuff. Enough. But Jolly Roger's Lagoon is probably one of my favorite levels, actually, with the exception of Lord Boofakfak's fight, which, as you remember, if you remember, that was way back in part, like, 15. That was just too much for me. Not as much as Canary Mary too much, but Lord Boofakfak was a big-ass pain. No boss in the game is that hard. And it really wasn't him that was overly difficult. I think Minji Django had better aim than him. But it's really just his physics, because the water physics is really weird as is. Like I said, I can't remember how I did that without being the submarine, because once upon a time I did that fight and didn't even know you could be the submarine. So it's just wow. But yeah, okay, so there's a few things in here we can do as just Kazooie. And yeah. And these are nice and stuff. They're really easy. I've just been holding off on them for exactly that purpose, as I wanted to wait until after Cloud Cuckoo Land when we could get all of them at once. And we just got the really annoying one. Burn, pirate, burn! Pirate? Hello, Tip Top. Hatch! Oh, I'll take a drink of water while we're waiting on this. It lives! Thank you so much. Wait. Something looks odd. Oh no, he's upside down. Flip him over. You mean he's tipped up? That's not funny. Please help him. Why couldn't you just pick him up? You're a big turtle. Oh, that's much better. I found this buried in the sand. You did? You found a Jiggy buried in the sand. What's funny is he just had a problem with being on his back, and he just slid on the water. Yes, yes, very cute. Okay. So now we have 85. Tally-ho! Only a couple more things we need to get in here. One we can only do as Kazooie, the other we need to be both. Because we have to be underwater. Imagine being underwater in this level. Now remember that fancy ability we got in the Hellfire Peaks? Which is another reason I like Hellfire Peaks so much, is it opens up Kazooie's best ability. You can just glide down to this thing. It was that easy. Just go over here, drop, glide onto the Jiggy. That's it. All you have to do. And now I gotta go get Banjo, and we gotta go back to that one place with the stuff. Okay. Because there's one more Jinjo we gotta get. I think it's Black Jinjo family. Yep. How fitting, the largest Jinjo family is the last one we get in the game. Yay! And I think these are the last few things we'll get in the game. And then we're actually done with all this collecty mumbo-jumbo. It's only taken 16 minutes, really? Wow, I expected it would take like 30 or 40, but who knew? I didn't miss a Cheeto page in here, did I? Oh god, I did. I forgot. That one. Okay. What we're gonna do is, well, we're gonna swim down here and we're gonna come back. No, not clockwork. It's like they threw another windmill puzzle at us. Except they aren't really puzzles, it's just shoot the thing and watch them cool down and then you can go through. But really I don't think there's a way to actually enter Grunty Industries from here, so we have to go back anyway. Hey look, water that isn't polluted. Holy crap. And there it is. The last Jinjo. The Black Jinjo family is now complete. They'd like you to have this. Oh. Water that isn't ruined. Amazing. Look at all the progress we're making. I don't know when this part is going to go up. Or any of the parts after this, for matter, because we still have to do the finale stuff. But, you know. Oh.